Hey cocktail fans, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you 3 of my favourite boozy alcoholic hot chocolates. But then I'm also going to show you something different for the garnish, because traditionally we would go stuff like squirty cream and marshmallows on top, but I've got something different lined up for you, so you're going to have to wait and see. Now the hot chocolate I'm going to use in this video comes from ODK. Here at Drink Stuff we sell 3 of the different hot chocolate powders that ODK do. Now just to give you a rough idea of what the difference is, because that's a question I do get a little bit this time of year. It's like, what's the difference between these 3? Like, why is there 3 different hot chocolates? Basically speaking, they all have different levels of amounts of chocolate in there. Now, for comparative reasons only, I'm not saying it's good or bad, just purely for comparative reasons. I've done the research. Cadbury's and stuff like Galaxy hot chocolate powder have what they say a minimum of 25% cocoa in them, or 25% chocolate. Minimum, that could mean that they've got 30, although I think if they had over 30%, they would say minimum 30. So we can roughly assume that it's there 25% of that hot chocolate powder you get in a Cadbury's tin or Galaxy is roughly about 25% of that is chocolate. To give you an idea of what these are, so we've got 3 in a range here. I think I've got these rounded right and around the right order here. The first one here is the rich and thick. Now this has 22% chocolate in it, but it also has a thickener in it. So this is why it's called the rich and creamy one, because it gives you a luxurious, thicker chocolate, hot chocolate once it's finished. So that's that one. In the middle, we go for the silky smooth, which actually has a minimum of 30% chocolate in it. That's the one I tend to use more often than not, to be honest. So that's a 30%. And then we go up the end here, the dark one, and this has got a minimum of 40% chocolate in it. So you can see basically they've got different levels of chocolate, whereas this one gives you a more thick and more luxurious one. And then to serve these hot chocolates up, I'm just going to use our latte glasses, our Essence latte glasses. We've got hot water in there, sort of heating them up already, heat-proof glasses, but your favourite mug or whatever you've got at home will do the job. Now to make the hot chocolate, I'm just going to make it straight in the glass. And you think, why is there a teapot there? Obviously in the studio, I don't have a sink, I don't have a kettle or anything like that, so I've used the microwave out the kitchen to heat some milk up. I'm keeping it warm in my little teapot. How's that, just for these videos? But anyway, to make the hot chocolate up, each of these hot chocolates comes with a scoop like that. Adjust to your own palate, but I'm just going to do a sort of a heat scoop like that in there. We're going to pour over our milk, probably knowing me, spill a little bit. Oh, look at that, perfect. Just pouring a little bit of hot milk in there. Give it a good stir, and the thing I like about the ODK hot chocolate powder is it really dissolves really easily into milk. Sometimes you have to stir and stir and stir and stir, but this stuff just dissolves really quickly and easily. Now recipe 1, I'm going for, in that thick and creamy hot chocolate, I'm going for a whiskey and peanut butter hot chocolate. So you don't want to make them too strong, but 25 ml of your favourite whiskey in there, and then we're just going to do 15 ml of this peanut butter syrup from ODK. Absolutely, I mean, you've got Reese's hot chocolate here, in here, peanut butter and chocolate. And then just give it a quick stir to combine those flavours. That already tastes really good, but we're going to finish it off. We're going to set it off, and I said I had a different idea for a topping or a garnish for you. Now, what I like to do is make flavoured foams on top. I've done it with water quite a lot, but this time I'm obviously going to do it with milk. So what I'm going to do is 15 ml of cinnamon syrup, because I think cinnamon will complement the whiskey and the peanut butter in there quite well. And then I'm just going to do 50 ml, I'll just go this end as it's there, 50 ml of sort of your hot milk. I knew I was going to spill some. There we go, 50 ml of that. Now notice I've got a cafetiere here. There's a couple of ways you can do this. Obviously, as I say, I've not got a milk steamer or a frother or a little whiskey thing, a little battery operated whisker. I haven't got anything there. But a cafetiere will work, especially if you use skimmed milk. Skimmed milk will froth up a lot easier. So you just kind of do that really quickly. However, that foam will die after a couple of minutes. I mean, long enough probably for the drink to last. But what I like to do is just 6 drops of the Stillabunt foamers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 drops of the Stillabunt foamers. And now we're just going to plunge this up and down a few times just to create some luscious foam. And then depending on how thick you've got the foam, you can either spoon it out. Look at this. This is just lovely. So a bit healthier than the cream as well. Look at that. Look at that foam on there. So we've got a cinnamon foam on top of that. Look at that. And of course you can garnish with dust, like cocoa dusting or even marshmallows if you want. But I've just got some dark chocolate here that I'm just going to grate over the top. There we go. I'm just drinking that through a straw so I don't ruin the thumbnail. But that is delicious. The peanut butter and the whiskey comes through. You get that little bit of cinnamon from the foam as well. Honestly, it's a fantastic riff. Now for the next hot chocolate, I'm making the silky smooth. So I've got a good scoop of that in there, again with my hot milk. And then I'm gonna do what we're doing, vanilla vodka and hazelnuts, but with a banana foam on top. So let's go for this. 25 ml, get that out of the way. 25 ml of the vanilla vodka in there, and then hazelnut syrup from ODK. This stuff is lovely. The Office have this for their coffees. Hazelnut coffee is amazing. Just 15 ml of the hazelnut syrup in there. Lovely jubbly. Give that another quick stir. Combine those flavours. You've got syrup in there, so it's heavy. So just give it a quick stir. And then all I've done for the foam, I've already got it. I've used the ODK banana this time, again with some hots. Look at this. We've made a bit of a Mr. Whippy this time. Look at this. You'll see how thick you can get this stuff. Look, this is amazing. Bit of milk in there, but a lot of fun. There we go. Look at that. And that is your, which one is it? I've forgotten already. Silky Smooth. So vanilla and hazelnut, silky smooth with a banana foam hot chocolate. Oh my God, that's so good. That banana and the hazelnut works so well together, especially with the chocolate. But then you've got that little bit of boozy kick from the vanilla vodka. Oh, that's dangerous. Then the last hot chocolate I'm going for is the ODK Double Dark, but this one's going to be right up my stream. I'm combining it with some rum and some falernum in there. So we've got a rum and falernum. Falernum's got like loads. It's got sort of an almond base, but with sort of nutmeg, clove, ginger, a bit of lime in there. So we've got that with a bit of rum, but then on top, I'm going to do a vanilla foam. So 25 ml of your rum of choice. Spiced rum would be a good one in here as well. But I've kind of got those spices with the falernum. So 25 ml of that, and then 15 ml of this lovely falernum syrup for ODK. Combine that in there. Let's give it another quick stir. So same as before, just like 15 ml of the falernum. We've got nice and proper creamy thick this time. Just done, there we go. With 15 ml of skimmed milk and 15 ml of the vanilla syrup in there. But the garnish, I've got a different garnish for you. I use a glass just so you can see properly. I've just got some Lafrona dried raspberries. Just gonna take the back end of a bar spoon, just crush them up. These are perfect. It doesn't take too long, look at that, seconds. And then we're just gonna scoop some raspberries, dried raspberry on top. Look at that, bit more. And you can, of course you can, finish it off with some more grated dark chocolate. Look at that. Oh, that's my favorite by a million miles. The falernum, the vanilla on top. But then oh, that is good. Which one of these three would you make? And if you've got any other suggestions, make sure you pop them down in the comments below.